Alrighty. Frankie's new llama friend. Her llama. After years of planning, selling everything, moving countries, and downsizing. All with Miss America, Frankie here. We finally made it home. Before we get into that, there's a story to tell. I am gonna wing this, as usual. I've been taking so much time since we traveled here. We are in Austin, Texas. Beautiful time of year. The best time of year, I think, this time and fall here in Austin is amazing. It's just beautiful. And Frankie is loving it. We've been going around, finding all the parks we can walk in and swimming holes she can swim in, because if you didn't know already, Frankie is part seal and part Labrador Retriever. British, by the way, because people are always asking what kind of lab she is. And she does speak with a British accent over here. I don't happen to have that British accent, but she certainly does. She's a sweetheart. And she's been loving it. And we've been loving it. And it's nice. And it's taken a whole couple, 2-3 weeks almost, just to get set up, just to get to where I am now. Yeah, so this is our place in Austin. And we're gonna use this as a home base. It's much smaller than the house in London. It has nothing in it except for the kitchen that I've done up. Yeah, I'll show you about. All right, so come with me, I'll show you. Now don't laugh, okay? Don't laugh. But this is it. That's it. I got a little cot, a couple sleeping bags, and that's where Frankie, if she chooses to sleep on the floor, and then my bed. And it's a little dark in here. I have a little bathroom here. It's an extra little bedroom here. I'll just use this for storage or an office at some point. And then we come into the kitchen. Okay, so kitchen. I set up this nice little coffee station right here, so I can have coffee in the morning. I got Frankie's little hat on top there. Yes, I do have a washer and dryer, but I like to dry my clothes on these because they don't shrink. I just dry them on the racks. I'm not in any rush. As soon as I come here, I always, since I'm in Austin, I go to Hi-Fi Mycology, and Sean has been super helpful. He provided all the mushrooms for when we did big barbecues here in Austin. When we were cooking up for 2,000 people, however many, there was a lot. And we made a lot. Wow, there's a lot of people around, huh? There's a lot of people. With my brother Chad, and that was super fun. And so this here, because I like open everything. If it was up to me, I would take the cabinet doors off of everything. I had to get myself another cowboy hat for being here, for when I am here. Even though I wrote this with my brother and I was in Oregon when we wrote the book, we launched it when he was here in Austin. That's where we had the launch party, and I came from London to Austin to do the launch party of our cookbook. And I've seen some people ask if we have a cookbook. Here's one right here. It's called the Wicked Healthy Cookbook. I'm super proud of it. It's awesome. If you don't have it, please pick one up. It's got all kinds of cool recipes. It's because I had to get rid of everything in London. This week has been a huge lesson in detachment. I have donated everything. I couldn't bring back my plates, although I did bring back a couple things. Like I managed to bring back my one black plate that I like to use. This has a little bit of sentimental value. Plus it looks amazing when food is on it and it's shot well. And then we have all my pots and pans, and I spend probably way too much money on things in the kitchen, but it's my whole life. That's all I've spent my life doing. So I try to buy the best. I go for the quality pieces. And these right here I've found are super good, and I'm not paid by them, but the Heston brand, the titanium pots and pans are just amazing. And the little ones, they're just awesome. Copper on the outside, aluminum in the center, stainless steel in the middle. Super high quality. Got all kinds of bowls. I tend to shop at restaurant depots if you got one near you, or any kind of restaurant supply place. Because if I'm cooking at home or in a restaurant, I want to use the best stuff. And to me, that's where they have it, at the most reasonable prices, rather than going to these Sur La Tables or Williams, whatever they're called, those high-end kitchen stores. are kind of a ripoff. It's also no secret that I like cast iron pans, so I have all different sizes here. In the UK, I only had one size. My brother held on to all the stuff for me, which is great, so I have different sizes. I have 3 different sizes. I still have to get a new Dutch oven that I lost, or didn't lose, but I had to leave behind in London. I'm done with the corporate world. I'm done with the business world. Frankie begged me to get it because she also feels the same way. So I got that little sign. Then I have all my beans and grains and beans and grains, some nooch right there. I do order this on bulk. I know I did a kitchen essentials video in the past, and this, I get it all in bulk. Anything I can get in bulk, it's cheaper in price and easier. So all kinds of beans, some orzo, black beans, red beans, some lentils, some white beans, some lima beans, black-eyed peas, peek in the cabinets, some more canned beans for when I'm in a rush. I do not like or drink tomato juice, but I will use it in soup, and this is always a quick, easy fix to have. Even though it says for beef, it's vegan, accidentally vegan. I was turned on to this in the UK. It's a quick solution for gravies, and I found this at H-E-B. I got some rices. I have some things I gotta try out. A friend of mine, if you know Rip, he's got some products out, so I'm just trying some of these. I'm also gonna be trying this and seeing about using this. So these guys, Two Rivers Mushrooms up in New Jersey, just came out with this amazing lion's mane broth in a Tetra Pak. And I'm looking forward to trying that in the future video. Like polenta, flaxseed, arrowroot, some green peas, oats, chia seeds, toasted sesame seeds, sugar, hemp seeds. These are ancho peppers. Here, they have all the dried peppers you ever want in Texas, which is amazing. Chickpeas and some dog biscuits for Frank's. And I started setting up my spice drawers. I like to, again, buy all the spices in bulk, so I just have a whole bunch of different flavor builders here. Some barbecue. In America, you can buy these different rubs here, especially the Mexican versions, which are nice. It's good. Cabinet, a few bottled items, vinegars, oils. I got some of those soy butler curls. I have not tried those ones. They don't sell those in the UK. I gotta remember to bring some of this bouillon. So this is the no chicken, better than bouillon. Good, I use this. Finally found some mayo that's a lot cheaper. Of course, tortillas. In the UK, it's super hard to find corn tortillas. So I bought a few of those. And these guys, really cool cheese whiz they have down here in Texas. And for freezer stuff, I stocked up on, I got some hash browns, lots of veggies for me and Frankie. And then I did go to the store and I bought a whole bunch of the branded items in which I will do a review. If you ask me, this kitchen is like, it's like a standard out of a Home Depot setup or Sears or whatever store that reminds you has all those home kitchen setup. It's fine, it's gonna be fine. I set it up as best I can so we can do some cool videos. This place, unlike England, it has central air, so it's always popping on. And I probably gotta shut that off, so I apologize for that background noise. This is my new kitchen. It's pretty much all I have set up. It's all I've been doing for the past couple weeks, other than looking for places to hang out with Frank's and just enjoying my time down here and trying not to rush things. But that's all gonna change now. I'll show you behind the scenes stuff. I had to get some new camera equipment because all I brought with me is this camera, my microphone system, and a couple wires and cords. So I had to go out and I bought this new Gorilla Pod, hopefully to make it work in the van. So I had to buy a few new lights. I got this cool little, well, it's not little, it's big, but so for when I'm at the house. And then I had to buy this. This is one I bought in Detroit when I was there. Because if I'm gonna do this and try to make it quality for you guys, to express how amazing you can make plant-based food and the travels that Frankie got on. I want to try to do it right, and so it's appealing and entertaining, not just a flop. No, I'm not going to do the weather. I'm not no weather man. I do have a map of the US, of my home, and this is where we've been. So we flew in from London to New York City, just like this, right here. And then we drove all the way up to New Hampshire, the White Mountains, where we stayed. It was beautiful, sunny, cold, snowstorm after snowstorm. It snowed about 10 to 12 inches while I was up here. This is where Frankie stayed when I went back to London to get all my stuff during those snowstorms. and we had a blast up there. And then from there, we drove across the mountains. We said goodbye to the narwhals and the penguins and everybody at Santa's village, and then we made it to the monastery. That's PSL, Pamesamiling. That's where I did the month-long silent retreat last year and did that video on that. If you haven't seen that, I'll try to link it somewhere in below. But then from there, it was a snowstorm. From here to here, it was Binghamton. We made it like 30 miles. And it was so snowy and so scary. It was a white knuckle driving the whole way down. Probably some of the scariest driving I did. And we went really slow. I mean, it was like 20 miles an hour to 30 miles an hour tops. So we could only make it a certain amount of time that day. From Binghamton, we made it over to Erie, Pennsylvania, which was also still snowy. This whole trip was super snowy and a little crazy. And then we made it over to Ohio. It took about 4 days to get there. And then did a quick bend around the big lake there and ended up in Detroit. And then we were in Detroit for a couple weeks where we shot the last video that I have up, posted before this one, where we picked up the van. Had our van reveal there and learned all about it. Look at this baby. All I gotta do is add water and poof. And then we hit the road to Indianapolis, where I met up with my brother, his family, and we got to reunite. I haven't seen them in about 18 months. From being in England, and that was awesome to hang out with them. All right, so we are in Indianapolis on the outskirts at the moment, and Frankie got to meet his cousins, which is super nice. She loves kids. She's so kind. She's such a good dog. She's so gentle. She deserves to be with like a family of 5, and she got stuck with me. I'm trying to give her the best life she can have as well. And we have fun together. That's the most important thing. Louisville, Kentucky next. The weather's still cold. I haven't slept in the van yet because I still haven't unpacked from London. I still have all my bags, all my stuff. So everything's just stuffed in any place I can without being organized yet. And that, my little OCD world is a little crazy. But when I get to my destination in Texas, then I will be able to pack and organize and do everything that I need to get done, which I'm looking forward to. Try not to drive too much during each day, just getting used to driving the van, getting used to driving on highways. It's been pretty windy, so I've been avoiding highways and going all the back roads, which I kind of like because you see much more of the states and it's much more character. Those highways, they get boring. From there, we went to Louisville, Kentucky, where I saw another friend of mine that I know from the monastery, and we got to spend time with them, which was super nice. Then we shot down. We did a whole big sprint, Frankie and I, in the van to Arkansas. We stayed in Little Rock in a Cracker Barrel parking lot. And then we also made it super close the next day, but it was so windy with these high wind warnings, and I'm not used to driving a big, tall van in wind warnings. So we pulled over, spent the night in another Cracker Barrel there, and then we showed up here, where we are now, at home in Austin, Texas. We're gonna be traveling a lot. I'll probably take on a roommate to stay in here and help pay the rent, and we're just gonna travel in the van. And one pervading theme that I have thought about over and over again since moving back to the States, because a lot of you question why I moved back here. It's crazy times. I'm not gonna deny that. It is crazy times. But that does not give me or anybody else a reason to be an asshole. The more kindness and compassion we can show, especially in person. This whole media crap, it's a way to distract me and to get me angry if I pay attention to it and get sucked in. And I am not gonna do that. I believe in people, I believe in you, I believe in how kind people are in person. And they are, they're amazing. I've met so many people. For somebody who doesn't even like to really be around a lot of people, I've met so many on the journey. And it's my way of stepping outside of my comfort zone and to just meet and talk to people. And they're so kind and so nice, and everybody wants to offer help, and it's amazing. And I just encourage you to keep up with that. That's what I'm gonna be working on. Actually, you can do whatever you want to do, but how I'm gonna conduct my life is to try to be kind. But saying that, I've had a couple people reaching out where they call me on the phone and I don't know who they are. And I will admit, first thing, I am not the nicest person on the phone, because if I don't have your number logged into my phone and you're not a regular contact you're a telemarketer to me, and I'm not a big fan of being disturbed when my phone rings if I'm busy and doing stuff. And over in the US, it's crazy. I'm trying to I'm on all these do not call lists, and it just doesn't work. So if you want to get in touch with me, I have my email, and I have a new website coming up, and I read everything. Whether I have time to respond all the time doesn't always work. And the shorter and sweeter the note, getting to the point, the better off you're probably going to hear a reply. And I appreciate every note you guys send me, but I just want to be honest. If somebody calls me out of the blue and expects to have a conversation with me, it's probably not going to happen. So here's my knife collection. It's only some of them, because some of them I have in the van already. But these are the knives I use, and so many people ask what kind of knives. I'm not going to go into the brand names right now. We will talk about this later, because I plan on doing some videos using these, and probably taking my newest ones that I got from the UK and my buddy at Foxy Rocks with me in the van, and these are amazing. Now I just need a comfortable place to sleep. Kitchen set up, place to sleep, and here's the van.
Oh, did you miss me? Oh, you were just a minute. It was only a minute. Oh. Oh, wow, Frankie. Okay, you're more excited than me.
On paper.
Awesome. Frankie, you gonna check it out?
Frank.
Oh yeah, there we go. Give me some pads.
So this is just my first video with the van. I know I'm not getting into a lot of descriptions yet, but I still have to learn everything that's in it. And when I learn the ins and outs of the van, then I will share a lot more. This is what I have. I love it. It's amazing. And I got it from Drifter Vans. That is the name of the company that's in Detroit. And I designed the whole interior. So the interior is much more of a commercial kitchen part for the small kitchen part here with the subway tiles and the magnetic walls. I designed a super deep sink, a nice refrigerator, just for easy cooking. I have an induction for the inside, and then I will be having another kitchen installed in the garage. I'm gonna be going back to Detroit in another month, and I'll get that installed and I'll share that, so that way I can grill and cook outside at animal sanctuaries and mushroom farms and farms wherever we go. We can cook outside, and that will be awesome. from Austin, packed the house. I packed up the van as best as I could, and then we headed off to Florida because I had to come meet my mom, which I'm in Florida now, hanging out with my mom. I haven't seen her in 2 years almost. Hi. And then from here, I'm going to another friend's house who has a van. We're gonna do a couple more outfits for the van. I'll share some of that on the way. There's a lot more to come and a lot more cooking. Once I get used to everything in here, I'll start cooking. I've made only one meal, and that's this ramen, because it was super simple, super easy. And the rest of the time, I've been staying at these places from Harvest Host. I got this amazing app where you can stay in these really cool places. I'll share a lot more as we go. But Drifter Vans, if you want more information, I'll put an affiliate link in the description. And I'm looking forward to sharing more and connecting more with everybody. I'm sorry that I don't have a ton more information. Appreciate you guys. If you like this video, check out these videos over here for more recipes and plant-based solutions. And I will see you soon. Frankie will too. She's excited, we're excited, and we're getting this show on the road. See you soon.